Have you ever wondered if diabetes is really a result of everything we consume? That sugar you add to your morning coffee or the irresistible treat that appears after lunch could be the real villains behind this condition. Today, I invite you to embark on an intriguing journey to uncover how our daily choices, even the simplest and most routine ones, can open the doors to type 2 diabetes, a form that, believe it or not, can be avoided. Imagine yourself, for a moment, sitting at the breakfast table, feeling the aroma of fresh coffee invade your senses. Around you, the routine continues as always. But in front of you, there's a decision about to be made. You ask yourself, should I add that sugar to my coffee or not? This simple choice can shape your future in ways you never imagined. In this video, we will explore the crucial difference between pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes, revealing how the pre-diabetes stage can transform into something much more serious. The most important part? You will discover what you can do to prevent and even treat this condition. But before we dive into solutions, let's understand what type 2 diabetes really is and how it begins. Imagine your body as a super intelligent machine, designed to use the energy from the food you consume. When you eat, the nutrients enter the bloodstream, and the pancreas, our control center, responds by releasing insulin, an essential hormone. Think of insulin as a messenger that knocks on the door of each cell, saying, "Hey, glucose is here, ready to be used as energy." Insulin plays a vital role in this process, allowing glucose to enter the cells, where it will be converted into energy to keep you active and full of life. But what if something goes wrong? The problem begins when the cells start to ignore this vital signal. Imagine a classroom full of children. Some are so distracted playing that they don't hear the teacher's call. If only a few cells don't respond to insulin, the impact is minimal. They may run out of energy for a while, but new cells can emerge to replace the ones that failed. Now, imagine the chaos that occurs when many cells decide to ignore insulin's message. The classroom turns into a real commotion. The body goes into crisis. Glucose gets stuck in the bloodstream while insulin keeps knocking at the door, without success. It is in this chaotic scenario that type 2 diabetes begins to establish itself. In this video, we will explore how you can take charge of your health by making more conscious choices, thus shaping a future free from the traps of diabetes. Join us on this journey and discover how small changes can make a big difference. In this video, we will embark together on a revealing journey, exploring the warning signs that our body sends us and the measures we can take to rewrite our story. Every food choice we make is a step toward health or, if we are not careful, a dangerous detour that can lead to diabetes. Get ready to learn, be inspired, and above all, empower yourself in the pursuit of a healthier life. Imagine for a moment, a day in the life of Anna, a 45-year-old woman who, like many of us, lives a hectic routine. From waking up to going to bed, she dedicates herself intensely to work and family, leaving no space to take care of herself. However, everything changed when, amid this rush, Anna began to feel unexplained fatigue. One day, during a routine checkup, she received a diagnosis that would transform her life: insulin resistance. Let's understand together what happens inside Anna's body. Insulin resistance is like a desperate scream from her body, indicating that there is too much glucose circulating in the blood. The pancreas, in a Herculean effort, tries to help by sending more and more insulin. But Anna's cells, tired and inattentive, cannot respond. This is a vicious cycle, where excess glucose and excess insulin become a ticking time bomb ready to explode. Without proper treatment, this situation can evolve into type 2 diabetes. It is crucial to understand the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. In type 1, the body simply does not produce insulin, while in type 2, the pancreas struggles to compensate, but the cells do not cooperate. This state of constant battle leaves Anna in a critical situation. An alarming fact is that about 90% of people with diabetes have type 2. This means that without care, Anna's pancreas, exhausted from working overtime, could completely fail, bringing serious complications. But why do so many people, like our friend Lucretia, develop insulin resistance? Lucretia loves to sweeten her coffee and can't resist a little treat after lunch. She believes these small indulgences are the villains of her health. However, many myths surround diabetes. Have you heard that eating fruit is dangerous? Or that chocolate is the real enemy? Some even believe that chewing gum can cause diabetes. The reality, though, is that sugar is not the main culprit behind type 2 diabetes. Diabetes is a complex condition resulting from a combination of factors, including diet, physical activity, and, mainly, lifestyle. So, How about we start rewriting Anna's story? With small changes, like adding more vegetables to her meals and adopting an exercise routine, she can transform her health. Anna's journey is an invitation for all of us to make smarter choices, ensuring a longer, healthier life. Now, let's discover together how to prevent and treat insulin resistance. It's time to take care of our bodies with love and attention, building a healthier future. Join me, and let's walk this path of transformation together. Imagine yourself in a well-lit room, surrounded by faces that reflect your own, each telling a part of your family's story. Here are your parents, grandparents, and siblings, all facing battles against a silent enemy: diabetes. These faces are not just familiar. They carry a genetic legacy that shapes your body and how it handles insulin and glucose. If diabetes has appeared in your lineage, the truth is that you may be more predisposed to face it too. It's as if the narrative of your ancestors is inscribed in your genes, influencing your health. But don't despair. The first act of this story reveals a twist. Having these genes does not mean you are doomed to diabetes. Scientists say that between 30% and 70% of the risk of developing this condition is inherited, but the rest of the plot depends on you. This is where your own narrative comes in, where your daily choices, diet, and physical activity play leading roles. Imagine yourself as the hero of your own saga, aware that diabetes may be lurking in your family. This is the moment to act. Your diet and how often you exercise are the two pillars that can determine the outcome of this story. A healthy meal is like the fuel that keeps your body running well, while a lack of activity is like a car that sits idle for too long. Eventually, it won't start. When addressing diabetes, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming sugar as the villain of the story. But the truth is more complex. Diabetes does not stem from a single ingredient but from how you organize your life. A spoonful of sugar in your coffee once a day is not the end of the world. That is an acceptable choice as long as you maintain a balanced diet and stay active. However, if that coffee is always accompanied by a sugary treat, the narrative becomes complicated. Each food choice turns into a new chapter shaping your health. Balance is key. If you often indulge in processed foods high in sugar and fat and remain sedentary, your body starts to ignore insulin signals, the hormone that controls blood sugar. Imagine a radio out of tune. The more you try to adjust it, the farther away the music you want to hear seems. Thus, unhealthy habits increase the risk of diabetes, like a fog that accumulates, obscuring your vision and making your journey harder. And, of course, we cannot forget the role of obesity in this narrative. When the diet is inadequate and inactivity takes over, the body begins to accumulate fat, especially in the belly and around organs. This visceral fat is like a hidden enemy, causing constant inflammation in the body and hindering communication between cells and insulin. The more fat accumulates, the greater the risk of developing diabetes, creating a vicious cycle that seems endless. But the story doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to rewrite the ending. By making healthier choices and moving more, you can shape your destiny and face diabetes with courage. After all, the narrative of your life is yours to tell. Once upon a time, in a vibrant and bustling city, there lived a woman named Anna. Since she was little, she always associated food with moments of joy, celebration, and family unity. The aromas of shared meals brought smiles and memories, making every meal a special ritual. However, as Anna grew older, life began to sketch a different scene, and a new story was approaching. Many of us know the plot that unfolds after turning 40. Doctors, consultations, and sometimes the dreaded diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. This chapter in life does not appear out of nowhere. It is the result of years of choices and habits accumulating like bricks in the construction of a house. From an early age, it is crucial to build a healthy structure, an investment for a stronger future. It's as if each healthy habit is a brick, creating a solid foundation capable of withstanding the storms that life may bring. But the journey of diabetes is not just a narrative of difficulties. It is also a story of overcoming and choice. Each new day is a blank page, an opportunity for Anna, and all of us, to rewrite her destiny, shaping her own health story. However, when talking about type 2 diabetes, we often fall into the trap of placing blame solely on the person living with the condition. But the truth is much more complex and full of nuances. Anna always faced challenges that shaped her choices. Since she was young, in addition to her passion for food, she dealt with a genetic inheritance that made her more vulnerable. Type 2 diabetes is not simply a matter of neglect. It is a labyrinth of interconnected factors, where genetics plays a crucial role. For many, including Anna, food is not just a pleasure. It is a matter of survival and, at times, accessibility. Tight budgets often push people toward processed foods, which, while cheap, can have harmful health consequences. And so, amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life, Anna found herself trapped in a cycle, often opting for processed products, hoping it wouldn't affect her health. The social pressure to fit into health and beauty standards made this choice even more complicated. Obesity, a constant battle for Anna, made the situation even more difficult. Controlling her appetite felt like a mountain to climb, and the hope of losing weight became a distant dream. Anna wanted to make the right choices, but the reality in which she lived, filled with barriers and challenges, made everything more complicated. After all, the fight against type 2 diabetes is a labyrinth where it's not just about cutting out sweets, but understanding and navigating a sea of factors that affect health. Anna's story is a powerful reminder that while the battle may be tough, the journey is far from simple. And with each small step towards healthier habits, Anna is indeed rewriting her own narrative. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Anna, who led a busy life, juggling work and daily commitments. One day, while undergoing a routine checkup, she received news that left her anxious. Her blood sugar levels were elevated, but not high enough for a definitive diagnosis of diabetes. This condition, known as prediabetes, lit a warning signal in her mind. Anna discovered that her glucose levels were between 100 and 126 milligrams per deciliter after an 8-hour fasting period. The normal range would be up to 100, and this small difference represented a significant opportunity. She wasn't alone on this journey. Many, like her, might go through this phase without realizing it. The good news? Only 25% of people with prediabetes progress to type 2 diabetes within 5 years. What does this mean? It means that, despite the situation, there was still a chance to rewrite her story. But Anna knew she needed to act. If nothing was done, prediabetes could turn into type 2 diabetes, a condition that has no cure. But hold on, there is always hope. With dedication and some lifestyle changes, it was possible to manage the condition and change her destiny. And so, Anna decided to become the hero of her own health. How? With 2 incredible superpowers that could transform her life. The first superpower was physical exercise. The Brazilian Diabetes Society recommended 150 minutes of activity per week, which amounts to just 30 minutes a day. Anna began exploring different activities: running, swimming, biking, and even long walks around her neighborhood. But what if you're not used to exercising? Don't worry. The most important thing is to take the first step. Anna started turning her trips to the bakery into revitalizing walks. While walking, she felt the light and fresh breeze on her face, and with each step, her mind cleared, making the journey even more enjoyable. Anna realized she was not only taking care of her body but also feeling lighter and happier. And so, day by day, she shaped her future, surrounding herself with information and support. If you're on this path too, remember, the story of your health is in your hands. With conscious choices and a continuous commitment, you can become the superhero of your own life. Let's build a healthier and more inspiring future together. In a world where health is a precious treasure, there exists a superpower that many already know: the ability to eat healthily. Imagine for a moment that each meal is like a suit of armor, forged with nutrients and vibrant colors, protecting us from the invisible threats around us. If you're looking to transform your diet, don't miss our course, Healthy Eating Made Easy. It's an opportunity to discover new recipes and learn how each food can be a true ally in your health journey. And here's a surprising fact. Studies show that those who consume more fiber have approximately a 40% lower chance of developing diabetes. Think of fiber as little warriors, ready to protect your body with every bite. And the good news is that a simple change, like swapping a sugary drink for a sugar-free version every day, can reduce your risk of diabetes by up to 10% in a few years. Wonderful, isn't it? It's like planting seeds of health that, over time, will blossom into a vibrant, energetic life. So, let's embark on this mission to take care of our health together? How about making a drink swap? Instead of a sugary juice box, why not try a refreshing tea? And if your heart longs for a soda, consider discovering the lightness of sparkling water. And that sugary energy drink? How about swapping it for a warm, aromatic coffee, without sugar? But remember, I'm not asking you to give up everything you love. What I want is for you to reflect. Am I consuming too much sugar? If soda only appears at parties, you don't need to worry. However, if you often indulge in sweets during the day, Perhaps a sugar-free soda or sweetening your coffee with a sweetener could be a healthier choice. Remember, the sweetener is not a superhero that will save you from diabetes, but it can be an important aid in controlling sugar in your diet. It's essential to remember that there is no single recipe that works for all of us. Everyone has their preferences, family, and lifestyle. For those who already have type 2 diabetes, the first step is always to manage blood glucose levels. A commonly prescribed medication is metformin. Metformin is like a discreet ally with two essential missions. It helps cells absorb glucose from the blood and makes these cells listen to insulin, which is the body's message saying, "Hey, come and get the glucose." If metformin is not enough, other medications may join the fight. These medications are important companions, but they don't work miracles. What will truly make a difference in your life, helping you feel better and avoid serious complications from diabetes, are habit changes. Shall we embark on this journey towards a healthier life together? Every small step counts, and together we can build a brighter and healthier future. Subscribe to the channel.